This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, go for open our Anaconda Navigator. Okay, the last class I was just explained about different kind of data types, right? Digits and okay, I think I given some assignments for you. Have you done that particular part?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Okay, but I couldn't get any kind of no some mails or else screenshots from your end.
We didn't know the process, how to submit those, I guess.
Okay, so today we'll try to go for understanding the new concept, which is the Python 3. Oh, sorry, the new concept which is Python built-in functions. Okay, 09, 26, 20, 22, Python data type built-in functions or data type Python built-in functions. Okay, so this is the concept we are going to talk about for this particular class. So it's a very simple thing, guys. Okay. So one thing we need to understand here. So let's talk about functions. So tell me, what is a functions? What is functions? So can anyone share it? What exactly the functions? Function means it's a collection of statements. Collection of statements or group of statements. Okay. To performing some specific task actually. To performing some specific task. Okay. So if you want to be performing some kind of specific task within a program that we are calling it, say, functions. Clear? So usually these functions are two types. How many types? How many types of functions we have it?
Two types.
Two types of functions. One is the predefined functions. Second one is the user-defined functions. Okay, so the difference between the user-defined functions and predefined functions are, so here this predefined functions, or you can talk about any function. The function, it might having the two components. So any function, it might having the two components. So you can simply say that function components. Okay, so when you're talking about user-defined function, when you're talking about user-defined function or predefined function, the function which is having the two components, the first one is the function definition. Okay, second one is the function call. See, the function definition which is having the the logic of the program, the logic of that particular task actually, the logic or the instructions we need to collect as a one group, that we are calling it say, the logic of the task, okay, written in a code format, that we are calling it a function definition. And but this is the function definition. It won't be executed, it won't be that particular task, it can be performing when we call it. When we call this particular function, the particular task can be executed. When we call the function, then task can be executed, task can be performed. I hope you're clear. So here the function means collection of statements, right? This all collection of statements we have to be right in one particular block, that we are calling it a function definition. But if you want to be performing the any one of the tasks, that we can do with help of the function call only. So the function definition, okay, which is this particular function definition, if you want to be fulfilled, then it should have the two components. The first one is the function definition and function call. Okay, now let's go for understanding the predefined functions. Let's go for understanding the predefined function. When we are talking about predefined functions, so these functions also, even predefined functions also, it must be having the function definition, it must be having the function call, right? It must be having the function definition, it must be having the function call. The function definition which is predefined, which is already defined in Python. Okay, so you don't need to define yourself if you want to be performing the task with help of the predefined functions. Okay, so those particular function definition which is already defined inside of the Python programming language, so we just need to be call it actually. So this particular function call, we have to be call it when we need it. So we should call when we need that particular task, when we need some specific task, when we need the task. Okay, when we require the task, when we need the task, that particular situation, we can call it without any definition. That's exactly the predefined functions are doing. Okay, but when it comes to the user defined functions, the function definitions and function calls can be okay, implemented by the programmer only. So before we understood the user defined functions, let's talk about predefined functions. Okay, let's talk about some examples of the predefined functions. Okay, some examples of predefined functions are, I think we've seen many functions over here. The first one is input function. See, this is the input function. What is the use of the input function? I think when we are talking about data type, see, floating numbers, these things we done, right? So here I mentioned somewhat built-in functions over here, like those things only we are going to be one more time we are going to be discussing here. So input function, what is the use of the input function? Can anyone share that particular information?
When you're asking
Yeah,
the person to input the information, the
input
user
to program.
yeah.
Okay, so for example, if the user want to give the input to the program, then input function will help you. Okay, next one is print function. Tell me, what is the use of the print function? Program giving output.
Prints the input.
Program
Prints the input.
Program output. Yes, program output display are given to user. Given to user in the sense what? Displaying. Okay, so input is taking the data from the user and print is giving the output to the user actually. Okay, that is the two differences between the input and print function. Meanwhile, we already seen the type function. I think you know about this, what exactly this function. It was written the data type of any variable, right? Data type of variable can be written by type function. Meanwhile, id function, id is the function it can help you to display the memory location. And next one is we have somewhat data type conversion functions are there, which are int function and float function. I think these functions also I mentioned in the previous class itself, right? Am I discussed about these particular functions or not? Complex
Yes.
functions, bool functions, and the string function, list function, and tuple function, okay, and the set function and the dictionary function. So these are the functions also we already seen it, and a dir function, so which is giving the directory of everything of that particular thing. And the help function, it can be displaying a lot of information. Like this we have the sum function, okay, and min function, max function, and ord function, chr function, okay. And we have data type conversion functions also there, which is the bin function to converting into the binary data type, or sorry, binary number. If you want to be converting into the octal number, we can use the oct function. If you want to be converting into the hexadecimal, then we can use the x function, okay. So like this we have one more function, range function. It can help you to generating some list of elements. So with help of the range function that we can do. See, I hope you can see this all functions. This all are the predefined functions. Like this, we have many functions are there, but one shot it's impossible to understood all the functions actually. So whenever we require that particular situation, we can use it. Okay, but anyway, we'll try to go for understanding the what exactly the max function, what exactly the min function, sum function, everything we'll discuss now. Okay, for example, if we have a list, from this particular list I want to display the all elements, sum of all elements in A. So 12 plus 89 plus 100, how much? And next one is max function to find out the biggest element from the group of elements. So to find out the smallest element from the group of elements, right? So this is the way sum function and min function, max function can help you. Okay, clear? So meanwhile, if we have a number, so this particular number I want to be display the binary number, bin of A, and I want to display the octal number, then we can use the oct function. So meanwhile, if you want to display the hexadecimal number, then we can use the x of A. So this is the way you can able to convert a decimal to any number system with help of the bin, oct, and hexa functions. Clear? Is it clear?
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
it's clear.
Okay. I think so. I think so. We seen this all examples of my previous classes, right or not? Right or not?
Yes.
In float, right? I was given assignment for you. So this kind of built-in functions we have it, and so for using of this particular built-in functions, you don't need any kind of you don't need any kind of libraries. Directly we can use it. Now we'll talk about the user-defined functions. User defined functions. Actually, this particular user defined function you can discuss in our further sessions as well, but I just want to be concluding about this particular user defined functions. Okay, see, user defined functions, you already know it. So it should have the two components, function definition and function call, right? So this function definition, which is implemented by the programmer, okay, and the function call, you can able to call that particular function and by the programmer only within a program. Okay, so these two things will done by the programmer only. So how we can able to define the function definition? How we can defining the function definition in Python programming language? So for defining the function definition, we have the one keyword. The name of the keyword is def keyword. With help of the def keyword, we can define the function. If you want to defining the function, we can use the def keyword. Okay, the syntax of that particular function definition is def and followed by the function name So this particular name, it can be anything. So the identifier rules, whatever I explain, that particular identifier rules will be applicable for this particular function name. Okay. So function name followed by the logic of the program, logic of the task. So that particular logic we have to defining the inside of the functional block, and while you're defining the logic, we have to maintain some space. That space, it could be equal for all lines within that particular program. This is about function definition. What about function call? So function call means if you want to be execute this particular logic, if you want to be performing the logic what we defining inside of the function, then we can use the function call actually. So how we can able to call the function? So simply the function name and open parenthesis and the closed parenthesis. This is the way you can able to defining the our own user defined functions. Can you please note these examples? Just note this all function. Just note this all functions, guys. Hello guys, have you done this particular part?
Yes, done.
Yes.
Pavani and Srilekha,
Yeah,
Nilesh?
done.
Yeah. So take it some examples of some max min functions. Done? If it is done, please let me know.
Yep, I'm done.
Yes, done.
Okay, so can you please take it the function definition syntax? User defined function definition. Done? See, before we implemented the function definitions in any programming language, in Python programming language, okay, we should have to follow the some standard procedure. We should follow the some standard program structure. So now I am going to be discussing about program structure. That means how the program structure looks like. Okay, the first thing is that user defined function definitions. First, so user defined function definitions. So def function name 1, and here we have some task here. We should write the task here. Okay, and next one is, so if you want to be creating the one more functions, so you can give the function names appropriate names actually, so that the people who can open that particular program, they can easily understand what exactly that particular things are doing. Okay, so this is the way, how many functions you want to define it, how many functions you want to define inside of the Python programming language or Python program. So that many tasks, that many functions we can define over here. And after that one, we have some kind of main block is there. So basically, if is the keyword, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then automatically it can be returns the if the condition is true, then automatically it can be executing the statements inside of it. Okay, then here you have to maintaining the main block. This is the main block. So main block, it might be consisting the function calls. Okay, so you can call the function function 1, function 2. Okay, this is the way you can able to defining the Python program structure. So if you go for see any kind of program, it could be like something like that only. Okay, can you note this particular Python program structure?
Can you explain a bit more on line 8?
So yes, fine, no problem. I will explain it first. Before that one, can you please note this one? I can definitely explain it once you are
Sure.
once if you written it. Okay. Okay. See, any Python program, it should have the name or not. Let me consider this is my Python program. Okay. This particular program, it could be saved as one particular name or not. Okay, this is the file name. Okay, this is my file name. So this is the file name. With help of this particular file name, we can access externally. So we can access this by outside of this particular Python program. But if you want to use this name inside of this particular program, so the name attribute is underscore underscore name. This is some predefined attribute. This always consisting the name of the file, and the name of the file which is always common, and which is underscore underscore main underscore underscore. This is the predefined data stored in predefined attribute. This is file attribute name, and internally the file name is underscore underscore main. So that's the reason this is underscore underscore name, which is always equal to the underscore underscore main string. So this can be written true. Always it can be written true. Clear? So if we have any kind of question regarding about that one, so now what I should do, am I created any variable underscore underscore name underscore underscore? Let me
No.
consider. I would like to go for print the var. Am I define any var? No, right? Here I got an error or not? But if I try to print the underscore underscore name underscore underscore, so am I defining any name variable like underscore underscore name underscore underscore? No, right? So this is default underscore underscore main underscore underscore. So that's the reason this is the condition which is always returns true. Once it is returns true, so whatever the statements we created, whatever the statements we returned it, that it can be executed. Usually the Python programming language, it doesn't have any kind of proper function definitions, and there is no proper main blocks. Okay, For that particular reason, most of the people, they created the main block with this particular if. Okay, in case of C programming language, so we don't need to defining the we don't need to call the main function, automatically it can be executed. But in case of Python programming language, we don't have any kind of main functions. So you can write the statements in the first line outwards, it was try to be executed. Okay, but when you return the statements in such a way, it will be very complicated to understand the each and every line or to understand each and every statement. So that's the reason. So the entire program, we are dividing into different blocks, and the block 1 is function 1 and block 2 is function 3, or something like this. We can write the multiple blocks. For each block we can give some specific name. So these are the functions. If and only if you are called, then only it can be executed. But in meanwhile, in Python programming language, we don't have any kind of we don't have any kind of main function to execute it automatically. So because of that one, we created the main block. So with help of the underscore name underscore. Clear?
Yeah, makes sense.
So Srilekha and Pavani, did you got my point?
Yep, makes sense.
So Pavani, I think I got a messages from your consultant. I think something you're asking, like traveling. It's is possible to rescheduling class tomorrow 8 p.m. Something you're what's an issue?
Oh, I'm traveling tomorrow, so I won't be able to come
Okay,
to the
so
session at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
okay, so I think you have an access of recordings, right?
Yes.
Okay, I can if the class has happened, then what we can do, we can go for the recording. If the recording is not understandable by you, then I can try to I will try to explain one more time. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So now, so this is the way the standard Python program will be looks like. We can go for writing any kind of project with help of the Python. So the program structure could be something like that only. Okay. So from today onwards, we are going to be understanding the Python program. We are going to be writing the Python program with this particular structure. So I think so. I just want to defining the small function for understanding the function call and function definition. So the function definition is addition, def, addition, okay, and open parenthesis and closed parenthesis. And here you should have the data, and you know it, right? So for taking the data from the keyboard, we can use the input functions. So enter A. The meanwhile would like to go for take the data from the keyboard, enter B. Okay, so let me try to do it. A plus B, so plus operator, we can print the B value, then after I can print the equal to, then I want to print the A plus B. This is a small task actually. Okay, so if underscore name underscore main underscore, okay, so I want to be called this particular addition function. Simply we can call it. If you are not call it, then it won't be executed. Okay, let me try without calling. What happens, we'll see. I'm commented this one, and I don't have any statements here, so that I can use the pass keyword. So pass is the keyword when we don't have any kind of statements. Okay, so here this entire program, this is the function definition which was not executed because of we are not yet called. So if you want to be call it, if you want to be call it, simply we can use the function name and open parenthesis and close it parenthesis. If I executed this one, so this is the block, it was not executed initially, and this is the 6 was executed successfully, and that it was returns the true. So that 7th one is the comment which was not executed, and 8th one is a function call, so that when you calling this one, so it was moving to the second position, and from the second line onwards till 5th line the statements can be executed. So first third one was executed, enter A. Here I entered the value of A is 12, and next one is fourth one was executed. Now I should enter the B value. If I enter the B value, then which is printing the A. So A value is the 12, and then plus operator was printing. Then I was printing the B value, and then I printing the equal to, then I was printing the A plus B. So this is the way we just done the addition of two numbers. So initially I would like to go with very small examples, and further the control statements, offers, operators, everything I can use the function. With help of the function definitions only we can practice it. Okay, so first we'll go with very small basic Python functions. Clear? So can you please execute this particular program? So this is the way we can create the our own function definition. And you know what? So here you're just calling this particular function definition. By the time of calling, and I want to take it this A value and B value, not inside of the A, not inside of the addition function. Okay, I just directly want to do it addition of the A plus B. So initially, let me consider this is my A. I want to send this A and B to this particular addition from the function call. So this is the thing we are calling it, say, arguments. Function call arguments. Okay, you're sending the value of A and you're sending the value of B from function call to function definition. So when you're sending this particular A and B to this particular function definition, to storing this A, you should defining the one variable here, for example X. To storing this B, I should defining the one more variable here. That it might be B, or that might be it was Y. So we can just use the X, and this is Y, and this is X, X plus Y. Okay, see guys, previously the difference between the previous program and this program is, inside of the function definition only I created the inputs, but by the time of calling of the function definition, I can send the data from the function call to function definition. For that one, I have the A and B. I can read it inside of the main block, and the value of A and value of B I'm giving to the function definition, and it can be executed successfully. So the task can be the same only. So we'll be getting the same result, but here the function is different, and here the function logic is different. Here the function logic is different. Okay, this is just functional arguments. So can you please execute this particular program as well? Hello, guys, is it done?
Yep, it's done.
Srilekha, Gilesh?
Yeah, done.
Yeah,
Okay.
doing the second.
Okay. So this is the way we are just executed the, I mean, you created the function definition and we called it, right? Now, so yeah, same program. This time, what I want to do it, unfortunately, I'm not sending the value of A and I'm not sending the value of B. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not sending, I'm just sending the A value. I'm not sending the B value. Okay. I just sent only A value. I'm not sent the B value actually. So here, this is the addition function. It has to be received with the 2 arguments, but I'm just sending only 1 argument. This kind of situations, we might getting the runtime error. So, which means one number which is missing, positional arguments. Okay. So actually we should send the 2 arguments, but we sent only 1 argument. Because of this one, we got an error. To overcome this one, we can assigning the some default data. We can assigning the some default data. So for example, 10 is my x value, default value is 10. For example, default value of the y is 20. Okay. So this particular situation, if you enter the 134, this 134 will be holding into the x. That means this is the 10 will be replacing by the 134. Now value of y, the default value is the 20, right? 20 plus 134, it's 154 or not? It's a 154. So this is the way, and the default arguments can works. Function call default arguments. So this is the thing we are calling it, say, default arguments. The default arguments we have to be created at function definition. Okay, we have to create it at function definition. This is fine, but actually I want to send the a value to my addition program only, but it was storing into the x, right? But this is the value of a. I want to storing into the y value. I want to be stored into the y value. How should I do it? How should I do it? With the help of the positional arguments. That means if I do the y equal to a, if I do the y equal to a, so x could be the default value is the 10. This is the a value will be holding into the y. So with the help of the positional argument, this kind of thing we are calling it, say, positional arguments. Positional as well as default argument. Default arguments. Okay. So now if I executed this one, the value of a is 123, and so this 123, which is replaced by this y, okay, 20 by 123. So 123 plus 10 is a 133. I hope the difference between these two things you understood. Is there any questions here?
No questions.
So can you be executed this one? I hope you clear these two things. Some situations I want to send back the data. I want to send back the data from the function definition to function call. So that we can simply say that returning. So I want to be returning the data from function call to function definition to function call. Okay, so for that one, so what I want to do it, simply we should return it. For example, say equal to x plus y. I want to return is the keyword. It can be return the data what it is called. For example, value of a and value of b, we have it. I want to be okay, send the a value and b value to my function definition, and so now x value is the a and y value is the b value. Whatever the value I written it, I given to my program. So this a will be storing into the x, b will be storing into the y, then it was doing the addition, and the result will be holding into the c, and the c which is returning. When it is written, this entire program will be replaced with the data of c. So to store this one, I can assigning some variable. You can use any name. So that's my res variable. So I want to print the result of the res, what it could be there. So it could be addition of two numbers only, right? So a plus then b equal to, okay, I want to print the res. So here this is res will be having the result of the a plus b. Okay, but here what happens, the data we are giving from the function call and which is storing into this particular function or functional arguments, and here the operation is done, the result which is not printing inside of the function definition, which is sending back to the where it is called, whatever it is written to store that one, we can use this particular variable, then after which is printing the value of a and value of b and the corresponding result what it is returns. Okay, so this is the way you can able to return the data from the function call, sorry, function definition. So can you please note this example? Okay, so now here one thing we need to remember, so which is not only returning the data. For example, I want to be terminating the function definition. I want to be terminate the function definition. See, after the return, you can write anything. For example, I want to print the hello. Okay, so is it printing the hello? Is it printing the hello here? Hello and
No,
hi? No. Why?
I think the
Once the return keyword is executed successfully, then which is stopping your function definition. Return is not only returning the data, which is doing one more task. The task is stops the execution. Stop the execution of the function only function. Even we have some statements after the return, so it never go for executed. It simply stops the function execution. Okay, in the fourth line only the function execution is stopped, so that fifth and sixth was not executed. Clear? Note this example. So Srilekha, have you able to access the recordings?
No, actually, I tried, but it's asking the code actually.
Okay, so have you set your own password
Received the
credential?
mail. No, actually, I received the mail, so I activated my account, but I didn't sign up.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
trying to sign up from for the students for the student. It is asking join code actually.
Okay, just wait a minute. I will help you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So guys, that's for today's class. I would like to upload this one. Okay. So guys, this is we don't have any kind of assignments for this particular class. It's just to practice it. It's a very important topic actually. Practice 1 or 2 times. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you.
Yeah.
And then quick question. Can you explain what the pass is like in your gaming app?
Okay. So actually, pass is just a keyword. Pass is the keyword. So the keyword use is if you don't have any statement in one block, it could be an error. Okay. For example, here I don't have any block. I don't have any statements in this particular block. Then it could be an error. Okay. So to overcome this particular errors, actually I should create the block, but I don't have any kind of statements. Then simply you can use the pass keyword, which meaning is that pass that particular block. I don't have an issue now. Okay. So which is not doing anything, so that it was just none. This is the function you called, but which is not doing any kind of operation, so that it was returns the none. So which is printing the none only. Clear?
Sounds good. Yeah, thank you.
Just pass is a keyword. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, uploaded. Okay. So ఒకసారి స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేయమ్మా.
Okay.